Durable, incredibly versatile, and with just the right amount of tooth, Ampersand Gessobord has become a favourite surface for artists working in oils and acrylics. Its professional acrylic gesso surface offers exceptional brush control, crisp detail, and vibrant colour application. In this video, Elaine Salazar explores the properties of Gessobord and why so many artists choose to paint on panel. We'll also hear from Ampersand ambassador Michael Ashcroft, who works exclusively on Gessobord and shares his experience painting on this unique surface.
Hi, my name is Elaine Salazar. I'm the President and CEO of Ampersand Art Supply, and I'm excited to be here at Bromleys to talk to the wonderful people here about the different Ampersand boards that we're going to be covering today. This is Gessobord. Gessobord has an acrylic-based coating on it, on top of the archival seal panel that Ampersand produces. But if you feel this surface, this has a very sort of smooth finish. But once you start laying your paint on, you realize that it has this wonderful tooth that's just helping you move that paint, laying it down with a tremendous amount of control. You can get these beautiful blends, and what you're seeing here on the Gessobord is you're not seeing the texture of a canvas. You're seeing just your brush strokes, and whether you want to go nice and smooth or you want to go really thick and impasto, that's up to you, because the board allows that. What I love about the board is the ability to come back in and get these really smooth finishes. So you can do these rub outs. You can see how even you're getting the blends that you're getting. If you're a portrait artist, you love this. I think artists like Michael Ashcroft, for example, look at one of his pieces here. Look at the wonderful, just even blends that he's able to get on the board using Ampersand board. And again, all you see is his artwork. You don't use his brush strokes, this detail here. You don't see anything from the stretch of the canvas, the weave of the canvas. That is one big advantage of working on Gessobord over working on canvas.
My name is Michael Ashcroft. I'm a member of the Royal Institute of Oil Painters, and I'm an ambassador for Ampersand. So my surface of choice is the museum quality Gessobord, the museum series Gessobord. What I like about it is I like the rigidity of it. You can still have control of your brush. If you put it on your easel, it doesn't move about. It's solid, which then gives you control of the painting. I also like the tooth. It's not too aggressive, to the point where it gives like a dry brush effect, if you like. You don't have to load it with paint to fill the tooth. There's a nice balance of smoothness and tooth, which is perfect for what I like. My dad used to make my boards, and these are better than his, but don't tell him. I've used canvas boards before, and I've never got on with them. And that's why I ended up making my own boards. But it's so time consuming. You'd have to have a sunny day to prep your boards and get them outside the studio and sand them down. But these, they're already made for you. They're done, they don't need sand. I just think Ampersand have got these bang on. There's just the right amount of smoothness and tooth. I think they're the best choice for me, really. They're the only choice. The beauty of these for plein air, I mean, they come in lots of different sizes. You can pack them in your bag. They're already primed, ready to go. You can put them in a rucksack. You can pull them out of your rucksack, take off the cellophane, straight on your easel, and you're ready to paint. I just love that. So this painting, this was done on the 8x10 on the Gessobord. I painted this on plein air. This is actually Clitheroe Castle. Beautiful Lancashire town. got the setup, set the easel up, get the board out your bag, already primed, straight on your easel and off you go, ready to paint. Sometimes I will give the board a wash, as in a terpsy burnt sienna, so I'll give it a quick wash and wipe it off with a rag, and that way it just takes the starkness of the white off the canvas. Sometimes leaving the white, it gives it light, if you like. And then, you know, I just mix the colours on the palette and go straight in. And just the rigidity of it just makes it perfect. I have a wet canvas carrier and this slots straight in, perfect, no messing about. This one is a studio painting. As some people might know, I've been painting pictures of pints. It all started like in January, and my wife said, "Are we doing dry January?" And I said, "No." She said, "Well, I am. What are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to paint pints." And she went, "You know what?" I said, "I'm going to paint pint pots." That's how it started. So I thought the perfect choice was the 7x5, the Ampersand board. It's a nice size, nice for collectors. If you wanted to collect some paintings that are affordable prices of some of my paintings have gone quite high. So I've been doing a pint pot day. These are done in the studio, and these are slightly different in the way they're painted. They're probably a bit more considered, and they're painted off an image that I've taken myself. I have to have taken the image myself. I have to have been there, and then I've got a feel for it. But yeah, they're slightly more considered. Again, the board's perfect for studio and for outside. Absolutely love them.
Apart from being a really great surface for oils, it's also really fantastic for acrylics. Again, it lays down the acrylics. You have a tremendous amount of control over your brush, over your pigment application. Here's a sweet piece by Charles Ewing. You can see all of the thick embossed paint that he's created here, or the thin blends that he's created here. He's even taken his brush and lifted out some of the color in this piece. But again, you can also see the fact that it's a rigid surface, the light is reflecting back, so you're getting this luminosity that you're getting here on the painting that is very difficult to do on canvas.
From ultra smooth painting surfaces to watercolour panels and specialist mixed media boards, there's a lot more to explore in the Ampersand range. Watch the rest of this series for an in-depth look at each surface, or visit Bromleys to shop the full collection. And of course, a huge thank you to Elaine Salazar for joining us and showing just how versatile Ampersand panels can be.